Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be back on the podcast and bringing it back to you in a little bit of a different format. And I have missed you all, and I have missed my podcast studio, which, let's be honest, it is the corner of my bedroom. But you know what? If it works, it works. And we have thought about how we want to structure this moving forward. And I'm excited to take you along for this ride. I have been in the podcasting world for a couple years, and if you've listened to the show before, you know that I was typically into longer form content. And it's not to say I don't love and appreciate longer form episodes, but first off, most of us have the attention spans of goldfish, and we also don't have a ton of time. And something I preach very heavily and I deeply believe in is that personal development and growth doesn't have to be some massive things. It can live in the micro moments and the micro choices that we make each and every day. So with that, the bite is here, and it is what you think it would be. It is a bite of information. These episodes are going to be closer to 10 to 15 minutes in length, where I'll really be able to talk about one smaller topic in a bit more depth. Not to mention they're more accessible, right? Finding 10 minutes or 15 minutes out of your day to listen to something feels a little less daunting than finding an hour to an hour and a half. So over the past couple months, I've put in some work into the structure of this podcast. Not to mention, I have worked with the amazing Sam and Rick once again. If you hear this podcast theme song as well as the podcast art, that is Sam and Rick. They are incredible. And that really got me into gear to get this up and running and started. So thank you, Sam and Rick. And I have put together an outline of episodes that will launch weekly that I will dive into smaller topics at a time. My old episodes are still up if you would like to listen to some of that longer form content, but I'm really excited to make personal growth and development and pushing yourself to be the best version of you in a manner that works with your life, that is more fun and quick turning, and is something that brings me a lot of joy. So the bite came out of this deep desire to have something that I wasn't really finding, which is I just want to do something for 10 minutes or for 15 minutes, or I'm going on a walk. I wish there was just something that I could listen to or ingest that could give me a little bit of info or maybe a little bit of inspiration, but I wasn't really finding that. And for me, sometimes what ends up happening is it will take me 4 days to finish a 1-hour podcast episode. Because call a spade, I am a mom and I run a business and I'm a wife and a sister and a daughter and a friend. And I don't typically have an hour to an hour and a half in one shot to sit down and do just about anything. I feel like I have a list of podcast graveyards, my episodes that have just been abandoned halfway through because I forgot about them or I couldn't finish them, whatever the case may be. But I really wanted to create something and find something that gave value, and it's the stuff that I love talking about, but it could be a little bit more targeted, and maybe not every episode's going to be for you, and that's totally fine, but that's the beauty of it. You can pick and choose the topics that you want to listen to or stack them on top of each other. I think this is going to be a really fun way to get this out here. So we're back. The re-entry into podcasting was a little bit sticky. If you saw my other teaser video on Instagram of me struggling for survival to get myself reset up, it's a good one. Go watch it. But that's something that I love. And the topic today can be that is start before you're ready. And also it's okay to start messy. This is something I think a lot of people struggle with, where they want to wait until conditions are perfect before they launch something or start something or do something. And I'm not saying be completely reckless and go into something throwing caution to the wind, but at the same time, we're never going to feel 100% ready because there are outcomes that are unknown. And I know that maybe isn't the best thing you want to hear, but we can't predict every single thing that is going to happen. So take, for example, this podcast. I have put a lot of thought into how I want to structure this. I've come up with the first 10 episodes that I want to drop. I did lay out the general vibe of the structure of the length of the episodes and the tone and how I wanted to show up and what I wanted to talk about. I did get my new music and my new branding into place. I luckily have had a podcast before, so a lot of that back end work was already done in terms of getting episodes uploaded, and equipment wise, we're good to go. But at the same time, I don't feel ready because I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't know if I'm going to sound silly on an episode or if tech things are going to come into play. I have no idea if my computer is literally going to blow up in 5 seconds. I don't know. So I'm never really going to feel 100% ready, and that's okay. Part of this is also sharing my life and my world. And while I am someone who is rather comfortable with that, if you know me, you do know that I share a lot. But there is a little bit of fear when you do put yourself out there for whoever and whomever to listen. You don't know people's reactions. You don't know if people are going to perceive you differently. You don't know if something is going to be taken out of context. You don't know if people are going to like it. And that's okay. I started messy with enough of the cleaning supplies, right, in my back pocket, and the confidence to know that I can take on these challenges as they come. And that's a big piece of it, is developing this confidence that, first off, we know things will go wrong. They always do. And I don't mean to be a bummer on that, but that tends to be what happens. I've never been in a situation that went exactly according to plan. But we have enough of the tools in our toolkit, we have the confidence, and we have the willingness to try. And when something does happen that maybe isn't ideal or doesn't go according to plan, the willingness to pivot and learn from it is huge. A beginner's mindset is really important for anything that we're doing. And I'm saying this even as someone who am not really a total beginner with this whole podcast thing. I did it for many episodes and now we're back. But this is a new format and this is a new way that I'm trying. And there's going to be pivots along the road, but my willingness to learn from those is something I've had to really develop over the years. And the messy start and the willingness to show up as myself and even show up a little bit messy is part of the beauty here. So this is going to be the first. This is the welcome to the bite. It is a quicker episode, and that is my lovingly crafted message for you today. But we're going to get into it as the weeks come, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this structure. I would love to hear if you would like a certain topic on this podcast. I am happy to take requests. Maybe I'll have a call-in line. Or a Q&A type session. But we already have a lot of the content ready to go, and I will be recording and uploading to the platforms near you. All right, everyone, let's do this. We're going to start messy, okay? We are going to take initiative. We're going to take action. And you know what? If all else fails, I got a lot of Lysol. I love you. Bye.